It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Titans, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who
the veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Nashville. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of victory. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Pollard. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Now, faking the give. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
Here's 1st and 10. Love to throw to get started. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. On the ground, this is the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Packers. Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On play action, Love. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give to Pollard running right. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Love. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. To the goal line and in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. It's his second touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And third down coming up. Back to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. Give them 16 there and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike.
Matt LaFleur disagrees with the call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. A go play action with Love. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. Cedric Gray there to bring him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Look wide, get this one complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. Second and 7. Now Love. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a first and 10. Back to throw is Love. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Nice pickup there by Jacobs, and I really like this signing this offseason, Mike. I mean, with the departure of Aaron Jones going to Minnesota, they know how important that backfield is alongside Jordan Love. Can he help this Packers offense take that next step forward? And certainly done his part so far.
Give him 10 more on that one. And another first down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw on first and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Love.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
To the air now on first and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now a handoff to Pollard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. Second primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Love. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this ball incomplete on third down. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that'll set up fourth down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Titans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. He's got a man. That's Treylon Burks. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. This one finds Lockett down the left side. A pickup of 15 in the air. That's good for a Titan first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's caught down the field is Burks. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down. The 2-minute warning here in this first half. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's what they did.
He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Trent Burks, touchdown Titans. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Love. A quick slant. Looked in by Watson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Love. in trouble, and down he goes. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Love to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Love. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. and bring up third down. Back to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Titans sending out their punter, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Quick throw here is complete. Here's 2nd and 2. The man in motion is Watson. We'll go play action with Love. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw is Love. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here's Love to throw. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Now Love gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Love. And he's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Tony Pollard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. It is complete. He finds Lockett. They pick up 17 through the air. First down for Tennessee.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Titans are back within a score. It's now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room to run at the 40. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The man in motion is Watson. Now Jacobs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Draymond Jones able to bring him down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Pollard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Burks. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down. Here's Pollard running left, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Into the hands of Lockett. Complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. He's got his tight end, that's Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down. They send Ridley in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They need one right now. 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. Into the secondary, past the 40. Josh Jacobs. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That's complete to lock it outright. 2nd and a yard. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Back to throw. He'll again get it to Ridley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now he takes off. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this will remain a 2-possession game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Jacobs. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion, Reed. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the 1st down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.